guys, back with another video. I'm Ryan, this George.
What's poppin', guys? How you living?
Lost in Vegas coming at you with another unbiased, real reaction.
Real reaction, guys.
So today, I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Is it Aesop Rock?
I think it's Aesop Rock.
Aesop?
A-E-S-O-P. Aesop Rock, I believe is how you pronounce it. But
I apologize if I...
guys, these are real reactions.
Yeah.
I have never heard an Aesop Rock. I think I've heard of him at some point, but I've never actually heard an Aesop Rock song. Before we turn this video on, we typed in YouTube, Aesop Rock, looked at some of you guys' suggestions, and we pulled Get Out the Car up. This is literally our first exposure to him, so we try to keep it real.
Yep.
So this is what it is. So,
so we're going to just jump right into this reaction. And it was short, so we picked this one. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
All right, Aesop Rock, Get Out of the Car.
Frontin', man.
Got like a little guitar in the back, okay.
Been a bit since Mood died. Been a lot more lost in the wake. I recall thinking someday someone's gonna say it's all from the same cause and effect, and I just couldn't fathom. Blaming a whole new page on a made-up chain reaction. Each claim individual peaks and pockets. Pains in a slow but unique nuances. Know what I mean? When you wake up 8 years non-responsive, it's a lot to process. Gone from a happier jack in the box to a package of clogged up chakras. Oh.
Okay, so this is a disadvantage of first listens.
Right.
We're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? This is like gonna be like kryptonite to us. I'm like, wait a minute.
Like,
I'm pretty good at breaking lyrics down here.
Right.
But what did he say?
So I don't
someone
know who
obviously
Moo.
died.
Who is Moo? I don't know who Moo is.
And those of you who are fans of Aesop, I'm
So-
sure you guys are gonna have a lot to say in the comments. So Moo, I'm assuming, is someone he knows that
A friend of
obviously that
his, something
died.
like that. Yeah.
And he said, what did he say? Each claim peaks and pockets, pains, and analysis. When you wake up 8 years non-responsive,
Is that
it's a lot
him?
of process.
Is that him that he's been in a coma? Like he just didn't process.
Maybe
the
his
death?
friend died, and then it's been 8 years, and he hasn't been responsive, and he hasn't been able to deal with his friend dying.
Yeah, he
I
hasn't
think
processed. It's a lot to process.
it's a lot to process.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope
right.
that's what it is. I don't know.
That's about nothing ever after we run it from the once upon a time ... Once upon a time he was so much more than a punchline for his own pot shots. I watched the impossible kid, everything that he touched turns promptly to shit. If I zoom one out I can finally admit it's all been a blur since Moo got sick. None of the subsequent years stood a chance. Whether he was mom's or his man's, whether he was pops or his girl, I was poison. Heart full of canines, head full of voices, whole life trying to quiet him down like a suicide king with a knife in his crown. Hounds at bay but they just won't
A knife in his crown, suicide king.
So, how did he die? How did his friend die?
I don't know.
Whole life trying to quiet him down like a suicide king with a knife in his crown.
Right. But he said he got sick. So did he get sick and then died?
Was he mentally sick?
I don't know.
You know, because he's saying it's all been a blur since Moo got sick. None of the subsequent years stood a chance. Whether you, his mom's, or his man. So when he got sick, is it mentally sick and he just saw his friend sort of deteriorating mentally and he kind of got suicidal? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know.
And it was hard to deal with, whether you're his mom's or his man's. We're trying.
I was poisoned. Yeah.
I was poisoned, heart full of canines, head full of voices. So
it could be. I don't know.
First listen, guys. First listen. He's kind of cryptic with this, so I'm trying to break it down here.
But wait, ego dark in the face of the fucked when the fuck was a friend that was basically done. Into the woods go his alien tongue, it was that or a textbook fake and a funk and I can't. Here go the hindsight, 8 years been one long blind side. I can pinpoint 7 more turns that occurred cause he never really healed from the first. Oh what a world, and he hack as a myth, and he dap as a joke, and he map as a trick, and he grab as a hoax. Ease on down, I'm burning up, I'm bleeding out. Knowing ain't half the battle, that's a bullshit quip written by some asshole. You can own what you want, still sit around stoned in your car, not doing shit, halfway to nil, cranky and waiting for a boss key and hat full of bills. Get out the car, Ace.
Get out the car. What is he saying?
So he's telling himself to get out the car?
Is he saying get out the car, meaning is he just kind of lost in thought, thinking about his friend dying, and he's just inside the car like, man, let's get out the car and get on with your life? Is that
Did his friend die in the car? I don't know.
Been a bit since Moo died. I think his friend was mentally ill and maybe he committed suicide. We could be completely wrong.
I don't know.
This is our first listen.
Yes, it is.
This guy is pretty cryptic with his writing. But I don't know what to think of that song.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think of it. Obviously, because we don't understand it clearly enough to really get into it. So,
and here's my question. Do you lack the intelligence to understand a song because you don't know the background behind it? Or is the artist just not skillful enough to paint the right picture for you to understand it? I don't know.
Some artists are just intentionally cryptic and they want to stimulate conversation and they want to sort of challenge the listener to break down their own cryptic way of writing.
Right.
Like right now, Ryan, I can write something now that only I know I can understand. And it would be difficult for you to break it down. It doesn't mean you're not smart enough to break it down. It just means that I'm intentionally making it difficult using language that only I'm kind of, I'm sort of familiar with. So I'm trying to...
So it can kind of be open to interpretation?
Right. So it can be open to interpretation, and I want to challenge the listener by trying to figure out if they can decode it.
Gotcha.
Either way, you know, it's tough for me to say, you know, I don't like something that I don't fully understand, but I don't know if I'm really into having to break this down too much. I like breaking music down, but I'm like, damn, do I have to fucking think about this shit for 3 days in order to break the shit down? So it was okay. It was cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are definitely gonna have something to say. We look like this was kind of our kryptonite right here.
It's kind of. I want before we end the video, I want to leave you guys with this. Everyone has a job. I got a day job. George has a day job. I'm sure you guys have a day job. I don't know if you guys get stuck in the talking in job jargon. And then you get in front of a customer and you say a job jargon term. And they're like, what does that mean? Like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I meant this, this, and this because you're
speaking your language. You're speaking that corporate language.
Exactly. And so that's kind of the way I feel that what's going on here, if your analysis is correct.
Yeah.
If he's speaking in terms that it's hard for him to decipher, I don't know if that's a good strategy when you are giving someone insight through music.
Yeah.
Personally.
What was the line, man? I'm gonna keep this video going, man, because he said, I was like, what?
There was a lot of moments in that I was saying what to me in this whole video. I was like, what's going on? You know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
guys, so help us out in the comments.
Yes, please.
Help us break this song down again. Guys who are fans of Aesop Rock have probably listened to his music constantly. We literally just pulled this guy up just now, so we need a little bit of help. So I'm gonna say,
Yeah, but you get the real deal here, though. You get the real shit.
Real shit. So, guys, that's the video. If you enjoy the content, please like the video.
Absolutely.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Again, it's Las Vegas. I'm George. I'm my man Ryan.
We out.